In today's video, we're talking about one of our favorite cities here in Dallas, Texas, which is the city of McKinney. I know. I shouldn't say that because, quite frankly, here in the Dallas, Texas area, there are quite a few cities that I absolutely love. But of course, there's a little bit of a different charm and character to the city of McKinney that we actually love. So maybe if it wasn't so far away for us, we would maybe want to live over in that area. There's a lot of great things going for it. So we are going to take you on a tour of McKinney, and maybe that way you can determine if McKinney is going to be the right fit for you or if we need to keep looking. So we are going to cover everything about living right here in the city of McKinney, and we're going to talk about the schools, the crime, employment, and as always, the particular demographics of the city of McKinney. Plus, we're going to go over the cost of living a little bit, and as always, get into the real estate market, and of course, talk about what it's like living in McKinney as we give you a tour around the city and show you where everything is located. All right, so let's give you a little bit of an overview and tell you a little bit more about the city of McKinney. Now, the city of McKinney is actually the county seat of Collin County, and it is the third largest city within Collin County, just past the cities of Frisco and Plano. So it is still a fairly large city. And according to niche.com, McKinney receives an overall grade of an A. So don't we all love getting A's in school? Well, more like we all would prefer that our kids got a lot of A's in school. So McKinney gets a really good grade for the city. Now, also according to Niche, the schools in McKinney are ranked an A+, and it also has an A rating for being a great place for families and also has an A rating for the diversity in McKinney. Now, it does get a B for housing and the nightlife. So you might need to venture outside of McKinney if you need a great night on the town. But we're going to get into that too and show you some of the great areas in McKinney. Now, McKinney was also ranked on Money Magazine's 2014 Best Places to Live list and number 10 on Forbes' list of America's coolest cities. So, must not be that bad, right? Now, the crime in McKinney, according to bestplaces.net, actually uses the FBI data. So, that's the one that we kind of go to if people are asking about crime statistics. Now, it indicated that in terms of violent crime, with a scale of 1 to 100, 1 is the lowest crime and 100 is high crime, McKinney scores a 13. Now, to give you a little bit of context, Dallas has a rating of 37 and the national average is 22.7. So according to those stats, it actually ranks pretty decent. Now, the property crime in McKinney has a rating of 29.6, with the Dallas rating being 50.7 and the national average being at 35.4. Now, a little bit about the politics. I know we're always happy to get into it because we do live here in Texas after all, but many people are interested when they're, and that's kind of why they're relocating here. So we always kind of need to bring it up. But looking back at the 2020 election, the population in McKinney leaned slightly more conservative, as noted by the election map, with 51.4% voting for Donald Trump, and the Republican senator won 54.7% of the vote. So, not 100% leaning to the red side, but it is still fairly conservative over in that area. Now, some of the biggest employers in McKinney are Globe Life, which is an insurance company, and it just so happens to have been the company that purchased the naming rights to the Texas Rangers ballpark over in Arlington. Another big company located in McKinney is SRS Distribution, which is a roofing and building supply company. And I guess here in Texas, because of all of our hail damage, it's a pretty good company to be associated with. Other employers in McKinney are Independent Bank, Encore Wire, and the city of McKinney, which is obviously a pretty big employer for the city. Now, one of our favorite parts about McKinney is the historic downtown area. Now, I know we say that a lot. There are quite a few fantastic historic downtown areas here in the Dallas metro area, but it is one of the oldest historic districts in all of Texas. It is so charming. And honestly, it doesn't matter when you go down there, especially on the weekends, you almost can never even find parking. It's really difficult to find parking down there because it is so busy. It has over 120 shops, art galleries, furniture stores, antique stores, and all kinds of different boutiques. There are also over 24 eateries in the area, and most of them actually cater to the local farmers around in the particular area of North Texas. So it just is a really great area. Those particular stores and restaurants that you're really not going to find elsewhere throughout Dallas. And a lot of them are so good. So whether it's for the holidays or just a weekend out, downtown McKinney is a just wonderful place that you should definitely go and visit. You can also go downtown and see a show at the Performing Arts Theater. You can listen to live music or go to a museum. Not to mention, you can just sit outside at one of the restaurants or wineries over there and just enjoy people watching it. Like I said, we love that area, and you can spend the entire day out there. There are really not a whole lot of major shopping areas within the city of McKinney. Not like you're going to find a big shopping mall or anything like that, but there are multiple strip malls, and most of them you are going to find along the 75 freeway as well as the 121 tollway. But say you need to go to the Allen Premium Outlets, that is just, not too far right there south in Allen off of the 75 freeway. But you're probably going to be doing the bulk of your shopping over in the Frisco, Plano, or even, like I said, south into the Allen area. But strip malls galore. You can find tons of restaurants and any grocery store. They do have a Trader Joe's as well, always a bonus for us. But you're going to be able to find all of your daily needs right there in McKinney because it is a fairly large city. In McKinney, there is no shortage of park and activities happening in the city of McKinney as well. If you are moving here in the summer, you're going to want to check out some of the community centers to keep yourself busy and cooled off. But it is also a great place for the entire family year round. From indoor and outdoor pools with water slides, you have indoor gyms that you can go and get your workout on, and all kinds of different activities in these community centers that you can sign up. Your kids and adults can sign up for activities and different classes. They have the Apex Recreation Center as well as the Recreation Center at Town Lake with nature trails, huge play structures, and that are nestled right in the middle of those big, beautiful trees. They have a large open gym in there, a rec room, a game room, and a weight room. And also there's the Old Settlers Recreation Center and a senior center in McKinney also. You can also find multiple community pools throughout McKinney, as well as some communities with their own neighborhood pools. And of course, you can't forget the lakes in the area. The closest lake is Lake Lavon out to the east of McKinney, but you also have Lake Louisville not too far down the freeway or the street down over to the west side. So if you are moving here to Texas and you're not used to enjoying the lake life, there are multiple reasons to go out there. Find a friend with a boat, take your kids, go cliff jumping, spend a day on the lake with your paddle boards, your canoes, or just floating in the water, finding a way to cool off. So as we talk about all the time on our videos, we love the lake life in Dallas, and you are not going to be too far from two big, huge lakes here in the Dallas area when moving to McKinney. Now, if you want to get out and enjoy any kind of sports activity, you're going to be able to find that in McKinney as well. Whether it is adult leagues or youth leagues, there are going to be multiple options with the number of soccer fields and baseball and softball fields, as well as a great tennis facility right there in McKinney. Now, the tennis center that they have in McKinney is called the Courts of McKinney with a 3,500 square foot indoor clubhouse. It has 23 lighted tennis courts, and you can play year-round leagues over there with their indoor and their outdoor courts. So it is certainly a fantastic area if you want to get into the world of tennis. So we love that sports galore all throughout McKinney. Just a great way for everybody to keep busy and to keep active. Now, let's kind of tell you a little bit of where McKinney is located. Now, say you live up in McKinney and you either work downtown or you want to head downtown to the American Airlines Center to watch a Mavericks game or a Dallas Stars hockey game. Well, that's going to be about 35 miles just to get to downtown Dallas. Now, maybe you have to commute and you need to go pick up your family at the DFW airport. Well, that's going to be about 38 miles. And if you are huge Cowboys fans or Rangers fans, like all those people that are working over at Globe Life, to get over to Arlington is going to be about 50 miles. So that's getting to be a little bit more of a hike, especially if you're staying up late for a football or a baseball game and you're needing to head home for work the next day. And if you do need to head over to Fort Worth, say you want to go check out a rodeo or the stockyards, that is 60 miles one way to get over to Fort Worth. So as long as there's no traffic, maybe an hour, but for the most part, the traffic here in Dallas, we talk about it all the time, could be a nightmare and it could take you just a little bit longer. So certainly something to think about. McKinney, pretty far northeast of Dallas. And, depending on where you're trying to go here throughout the Dallas area, it could be a little bit of a hike. Now, the city of McKinney in particular is about 67 square miles. As you can see, it's not just a regular rectangle shape, it's kind of all over the place. In the 2020 census, the population was just over 191,000 people, but as of 2023, they're saying the population is just over 214,000 people. And this ranks it number 15 in Texas in terms of population. And the median age in McKinney is 36.5, with the male population age being around 36 and the females being around the age of 37. Now, the people who are living in McKinney, 65.6% of the people own their homes, and 34.4% of the people who live in McKinney are renting, whether it is an apartment or a single family home or a townhome. Depends on what it is. The rental rate is quite high over in McKinney. And the median household income is just over $100,000. Now, let's talk a little bit about the real estate. In 2023, the most recent data indicates that the median sales price for sold single-family detached homes is around $505,000, with a range of $135,000 to $1.5 million. Now, those are current closed numbers right there. And the median rental price in McKinney as of 2023 for a single family detached house is about $2,500 and ranges from $1,400 to as much as $6,000 a month. And of course, let's get back and talk some more on the schools in McKinney, because that of course is one of the top questions that we are asked about with people moving with kids or people wanting to at least purchase a home within a good school district because they know the value of the resale on those particular homes. Now, the McKinney School District has 3 high schools, 5 middle schools, and 20 elementary schools. It has around 24,000 students with a student-to-teacher ratio of 16:1. And the students mainly reside in the city of McKinney, but you also have a little bit of the borders of students coming from the cities of New Hope, Princeton, Fairview, Lowry Crossing, and Allen. So there is a little bit of that overlap with the people zoned for the McKinney ISD. So we're now going to jump into our map and show you a little bit more of how the layout of McKinney is. So here I wanted to pop into the map, kind of show you around like I love doing. And first off, you can see the boundaries of McKinney are obviously a little bit on the crazy side. So the south boundary of McKinney is this 121 freeway. It's a Sam Rayburn Tollway, and it runs along the south end of McKinney. That is a toll road, of course, but here you can see just below it is Allen and then Plano, and over here is Frisco, and then up north is Prosper. So then the 75 freeway is going to run north and south all the way down through Allen and Plano and head down into downtown Dallas as well. And obviously you can take the 75 freeway up into Oklahoma. Well, you can see the way that the growth is happening in the green areas where it's still undeveloped, and everything that's going on around here, still making it a little bit, that's why our boundaries are a little bit nuts. So you can see all this green area that is here in McKinney. So tons of parks, multiple golf courses. I mean, if you're really into golf and you want access and location to a lot of that, my husband wishes that we would probably move over to McKinney because he loves golf. Just a lot more options. You don't have to drive all over Dallas because, of course, there are multiple places for that. But, you just can't beat having a Trader Joe's right in your city. Obviously, always need a Costco. But down here along the 75 is where you're going to see tons of commercial space. A lot of restaurants, a lot of, just your strip mall shopping, car dealerships, and you're also going to have that down here along the 121 as well. So when we kind of zoom in here a little bit more and kind of show you um, where everything is in location, even though you are here up in McKinney, you have your Allen Premium Outlets, which are, really just right across the road. So a lot of your major shopping is probably going to be more down here into Allen, down over in Plano and the Legacy area, or the malls over in Stonebriar. So you can see this is a lot of shopping over here in the Plano, Frisco area. But you're so close to so many things and all of the growth and all the activities in the Frisco area too. But you can certainly, there is no shortage of the things that are going on over here in McKinney. As you can see, the Eldorado Country Club, the Stonebridge Ranch Country Club, the Dye Golf Club, and Oak Hollow Golf Course, like we talked about, but then multiple great parks. The Bonnie Wink Park is fantastic, Town Lake Park, and like we talked about, all of the pools and the community centers, and just some great neighborhoods over here in the McKinney area. So, and then once we zoom out just a little bit so you can see, this is historic downtown McKinney. Like we talked about, literally one of our favorite places. So, like I said, if you just, when people talk about how big Dallas is and you just want that small town community feel, literally, we just love this historic downtown. It is always busy, always something going on over here. So, like we talked about, a lot of great things over here in the downtown McKinney area. And that is obviously going to be further over here on the east side. So, that is our little map of McKinney. And we're going to pull up the MLS a little bit and kind of show you where some of these properties are so you can get an idea of price points here in McKinney too. Okay, so I jumped into the MLS here. Just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of what is here in the McKinney area. Now, I did pop up, like I said, people reach out wanting affordable options. And these are all of the properties that have sold or are currently active under $300,000. I did tell you before, you can get the cheapest house in McKinney right now for $135,000. Yes, it did say it needs a complete remodel, but here you can see under $300,000. So there are multiple options. Now, up here on the far north part of McKinney, looks like it's in the city of Roland, so pretty much in that northern area. These are going to be new construction homes with Lennar in this community up here. So the Preserve at Honey Creek up here, this new construction community with Lennar. Lennar has homes up here, and you can get homes for, around the $300,000 range if that's what you are looking for. But obviously down here closer into the downtown McKinney area, you will see a lot more homes that are probably older, smaller, and might need some updates. And some, just might have some smaller square footage. So that's, kind of just showing you around what you can get for under $300,000 in McKinney. Now, if you are looking for, something, we still like to call it affordable, from the $400,000 to $500,000 range. As you can see, there are a ton of options all throughout McKinney. Now, it really just kind of depends on which neighborhoods that you are looking for and, which particular schools you might be interested in moving to. But you can see that there are a lot of options because of the location of McKinney, you can find price points all over the place. So another big reason why a lot of people are looking to move to McKinney, because of the schools, because of the location. I mean, really, you are not far from so much happening here in the Dallas area. So really, the biggest the biggest commute is going to be if you are working downtown or needing to get to the airport. That could take you a while. And obviously, if you need to head over to the Fort Worth area often, McKinney might not be the right fit for you. But you can see that there are a lot of affordable options here in McKinney. And, even when you kind of go in here, we wanted to pull up one of these homes over here in the Symphony at Stonebridge. You can see kind of what you can get over here near the golf course, and just showing you that there are a lot of great areas that you can purchase a home here in the McKinney area. So whether you want to be near the golf course, depending on what schools you want to get into, under the $500,000 range, there's probably something in your budget over here in McKinney. Now, really quick, we did want to kind of show you where the new construction was here in the McKinney area. Obviously, the majority of new construction is going to be up here over on the north part if you're wanting something more affordable. If you do have a budget of around $800 to $1 million, you can definitely get here a little bit closer into town. But these are the new construction options. So yes, in McKinney, you have new construction everywhere from just below $300,000 up to over $1 million. So depending on, which community and your location that you want to be in, there are quite a few more options over here in McKinney than you can find in some of the other areas. Especially if you don't want to be so far out into the country, you can find some of these opportunities here in McKinney. For example, the Southern Hills neighborhood over here, 2,300 square feet. It's obviously a lot closer to the 121 freeway, a little bit further on the west side of the McKinney area. If you say do need to commute over to maybe Plano or Frisco, this could be a great option. And obviously, if you had a little bit higher of a budget, obviously the more expensive the home, for new construction is going to be based on your location. But as you can see, it has a lot more of these modern finishes over here, and 2,300 square feet, and you are looking at around $600,000. So that could be a good option if you, needed a home in that size and in that price range, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So looking at new construction, McKinney does have lots of options. Now, of course, like I talked about, depending on where you live in McKinney, or if you are, just set on making sure your kids go to McKinney ISD schools or even Frisco or Prosper schools, that's another reason why you reach out to us, because maybe McKinney is the right fit for you. You find a great neighborhood and you're okay with the Prosper schools or the Frisco schools. Or maybe McKinney just you realize is now too far away from a lot of the things that you want to enjoy. It's not going to be the right fit for you and your family. So again, reach out to us. Let us help come up with a plan so we can kind of find that perfect spot for you. And that's what we're here for. So as always, reach out. But when we're kind of talking about where to live, affordability, what can we get here in the McKinney area? Well, the cheapest home, like I said, is $135,000. Maybe you want to get into house flipping, or maybe you just need a really budget-friendly house and you can do the work, or you have a good friend that can. For some more affordable options, some of the top neighborhoods that we like, that our clients have liked, are the Trinity Falls neighborhood and multiple areas throughout Craig's Ranch, El Dorado Heights, Lake Forest. And the new construction communities up north are going to be Millstone, the Preserve at Honey Creek. There's the Del Webb at Trinity Falls. And for the most part, those are all going to be the low $400,000 range, which is one of those price ranges that a lot of people are looking for. So you can still feed into the McKinney schools by being in one of these new build areas based on just, a certain part of the city of McKinney. And there's definitely going to be some other options in the $500,000 to $800,000 range. We love homes over in Tucker Hill, Islewood, and of course there's different price points all throughout the Craig's Ranch community, which is another one of our favorites. We also love the community. If you want to feel like you're in Europe a little bit, you want kind of the rock walls and sitting on a lake and just a little bit more of that small community feel. There's a lot of high-end luxury apartment living and big, beautiful homes down along the lake. Another great area to kind of check out is the Adriatica Village. But down over in the center of McKinney, you're going to find communities like Kings Lake and Waterbury and Wellington Point and Lakeside Crossing. So if you have any questions on what you can get for the $500,000 to $800,000 range, as you can see, you get a lot more for your money over in the McKinney area. You can find homes that have a lot more updates, homes that have a lot more square footage. If your family is growing and you need that extra bedroom and you can't afford an $800,000 price point, well, you can certainly find it in McKinney, but you can also find some more of those affordable homes in McKinney in that price range as well. And with the majority of the homes in McKinney being in the $300,000 to $800,000 range, it just opens up a lot of people to a lot more options in different neighborhoods by living in the city of McKinney. So again, if you have any questions about some affordable options, what it is that you're looking for and how we can help find that perfect spot, because maybe you're moving here and you just need great schools and you all work from home, McKinney could be the best fit for you. So as always, if you are looking to move to the McKinney area or anywhere within the Dallas metro area, don't forget to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email and let us see what we can do to help. And if you like this video and you want to be notified of the content that we are releasing every single week, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications so that when we're dropping new content, you will be the first to know. And until next time, take care.